I'm Corporal Asia Sorensen, and this is your Marine Corps Installations West Regional Roundup. From January 4th to 8th, El Niño conditions brought heavy rainfall to Southern California.
The latest powerful El Niño storm is hitting the West.
Officials here had measures in place to mitigate risk aboard the installation and keep residents and neighbors informed of conditions across the base. Flooding aboard the base caused several beach and road closures. While flooding and other natural events still pose a threat, officials encourage residents to stay connected to the base through ad hoc and social media outlets for the latest alerts. On January 5th, more than 200 Marines with Marine Corps Air Station Camp Pendleton conducted a 6-mile hike as part of their Back in the Saddle training.
That basically entails several classes that are very pertinent to what the Marines are going to face on a day-to-day basis. It's training, it takes practice. Anything that you're good at in life is going to take practice. So doing this training on a regular basis is simply a way to get that ingrained in your system so that that muscle memory is there. When something happens and you can't think logically through the process, you've got something to fall back on.
On January 11th, Brigadier General Edward D. Banta, Commanding General of Marine Corps Installations West, Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, shed light on Camp Pendleton's emergency notification system, ad hoc.
I'm here today to ask you for your help with keeping all of us, our Marines, our sailors, and our families, safe and well informed in the event of an emergency here on the base. While we're fortunate to serve in beautiful Southern California, we also have to be prepared to weather the natural hazards that come with living here. From wildfires to droughts to El Niño-related winter rains and floods to the ever-present possibility of a major earthquake. And while we take every precaution to mitigate risk aboard our base, we have to remain alert to the threat of possible terrorism or active shooter events as well. So in light of this, we developed the Emergency Mass Notification System. In addition to our giant voice speakers and social media platforms, we'll use this system to keep you and your family safe and informed should an emergency situation arise. But it only works if our Marines, sailors, and their families register with the system and understand how it works. So I'm asking you to do just that. Register with the system and help us keep you informed when it really counts. Thanks for your help.
On January 13th, HLMA 267 provided close air support for 1st Battalion, 1st Marines during a training mission at 29 Palms.
We're here with Captain Mike Brown. He is a UH-1Y pilot with HMLA 267. So what can you tell us about the flight you're doing today, sir?
So we are on a close air support training mission to support 1st Battalion, 1st Marines here at 29 Palms. It allows our crew chiefs to focus on the training they need for their proficiency to employ their weapon systems accurately. One employing the GAU-17 minigun and one employing the GAU-21 50 caliber machine gun. It also allows us as pilots and my co-pilot to, again, train to employ the Huey as the entire aircraft and as a team up there in support of the ground scheme maneuver. One of the ways the Marine Corps fights is with combined arms. The HMLA and much of the aviation community knows that it's all about supporting the guys on the ground, whether that's through providing aviation fires or logistical support. So with the HMLA, we get to do a little bit of both of that. We provide fires in support of the scheme maneuver, basically allowing them, or assisting them in their efforts to close with and destroy the enemy.
On January 14th, Marine Corps Air Station Camp Pendleton held a ribbon-cutting ceremony to unveil a new hangar for MV-22 Ospreys.
The Marine Corps Air Station Camp Pendleton has officially spread its wings with a new state-of-the-art facility the size of 2 football fields. CW6's Carlos Correa has an exclusive look at the hangar that's all about saving energy.
For more than 2 years, servicemen and women from Marine Corps Air Station Camp Pendleton have been waiting for this moment to officially welcome a new place to work in a facility focused on improving the environment.
So you got a digitally controlled HVAC system, for one, that monitors the temperature, and also there's a parking structure that provides about 30% of the power, the solar panels on top of the parking structure.
Hangar 6 is what it's called, and with more than 120,000 square feet, it's the only facility at the air station big enough to house 4 MV-22 Ospreys. Officials say it's about the size of 2 football fields.
On January 18th, military police officers with Marine Corps Air Station Miramar began to crack down on bicyclists for trespassing on base property.
I don't know. I mean, you look at all this, right? And it's really cool to be out here.
Mountain biker Mark Moore comes here quite a bit.
The trail here is fun.
He says he knows some of the land is private.
This area, I don't think if you were to ask 100 mountain bikers if one would say, oh yeah, you can't ride there.
but never would have expected what happened to him and 7 others Saturday morning.
Those power lines and then the final set of rooftops were where we were stopped.
Stopped by armed Marines, allegedly for trespassing on base.
You know, it was a little unnerving. They had guns, they had tasers.
Video captured part of the interaction.
And there's not one stinking sign anywhere even remotely close. That's why we ride it.
Moore claims no one in the group knew they were trespassing on government land.
You definitely feel violated.
10 News has covered stories in the past when the Marine Corps warned hikers and cyclists after some close calls of people coming onto base near their gun range. In one case, the Marines even had to cease fire and cancel training for an entire day.
One of the concerns that the Marines told us about why they were patrolling the area was that there were unexploded ordnances, and they were worried that a mountain biker was going to come across one.
Everyone in the group got ticketed and their bikes confiscated, except for 2 14-year-old boys who were with them.
It says basically we were trespassing, and then this here is the evidence/property custody receipt.
The violation is a federal offense and the fine is unclear, but the Marine gave the group a little bit of hope.
A lot of these tickets have just been thrown out. They give you documentation, you come back and get your bike.
For us, it seemed absurd that with all the problems in the world, they were coming after mountain bikers.
Matt Mendis, 10 News.
On January 26th, Marines with Wounded Warrior Battalion West participated in an ocean therapy session at Del Mar Beach.
I'm Gunnery Sergeant Ben Salazar with Alpha Company Wounded Warrior Battalion West. It's a very good thing. It's a great stress reliever, just being out there in nature with the ocean. It's a humbling experience because the ocean is greater than we are, and every once in a while it lets us know just how powerful it is. So we're fortunate to be able to come here on a calm day and ride the waves.